another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson, alongside with my co-host, DeAndre Cootie Hicks, man. Where if you are a Chicago Bears fan, this is the place for you. Join the Bears News Network family. Hit that subscribe button, man. We keeping you guys tuned in all season long. Just because the season stopped doesn't mean we don't stop. So hit that subscribe button if you are a Chicago Bears fan. The #1 YouTube channel out there, Cootie. Why? Because we give out them prizes and
Dude,
those tickets to our subscribers, man. So, speaking of prize winners, this week's prize winner is Daddy's Ounce Golf. Daddy's Ounce Golf, congratulations to
yeah.
you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being a subscriber and being now a part of the Bears News Network family. Please reach out to us at BearsNewsNet1 at gmail.com. That's BearsNewsNet1 at gmail.com. In order to receive your prize, all the information and contact information will be right underneath this video for us. And once again, congratulations. Okay,
Yes.
Cootie. Let's get into it, man. The Chicago Bears let go of offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. We touched on it a little bit earlier, but let's get a deeper dive into this. Of them letting go Luke Getsy. We kind of seen this coming. Some changes need to
Yeah.
be made. Like I said in the previous video that we put up before this one, it seemed like other facets of the team was getting better. Matt Eberflus had a case as to keeping his job because of how well the defense played as of late. And it's just the offense just couldn't get there. It had chances, just was due to inconsistency on the offensive side of the ball and not being able to adjust. Um, just a little bit before we get into our candidates that we possibly could bring in on offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Just going about the press conferences, some things I wanted to touch on that Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles said in the press conference, and just some interesting things. It's a lot of speculation as to now what the Chicago Bears are going to do with Justin Fields, and now that they let go of Luke Getsy, but they still have the head coach and Matt Eberflus. Um,
Yeah.
Bears GM was asked this question, Cootie, and I quote what he says. He says, Bears GM Ryan Poles on QB. He said, we are going to turn every stone to make sure we make a sound decision for our organization. I do think Justin got better. I do think he can lead this team. At the same time, there's a unique situation, and our staff has to look at everything. So, just with that quote alone, I think once again, Ryan Poles not showing his hand. 50-50. The things that he said that he wanted to see, um, he said he think Justin can lead this team,
Yep.
and he did make progress, and that's something that he did want to see. Um, a lot more that a lot of people could take from the press conference. Um, Also, another thing, as far as him saying that he would like to, he said that again, Poe said he has to be blown away to move on from
Yep.
Fields. It said it's just not the tape, it's also the person. So, not only being able to show good performances on the field as a quarterback, but having the mental mindset to take on a city like Chicago when we want everything right here, right now, results driven, because this team
Yeah.
defense is arguably in a win now mode, and the team is now showing progress at the tail end of the season. Now, if you do bring in a rookie quarterback, you can probably set yourself back a couple of years, depending on how well your rookie is. Which you don't know
Yeah.
what you're going to get with a rookie, which you do know what you have in Justin Fields, and the team love him. Uh, Most of the fans love him and wants to see him back. So, with the press conference and what you heard a little bit, Cootie, what was one of the things that you took away from the press conference?
It's just Ryan Poles. His mentality about it is like even if he's gonna keep Justin, we don't know. But what I do know is that he's gonna get through all his options. He's gonna wait and see every possibility and outcome he could possibly have if he's gonna trade or keep Justin. Like you said, he's gonna he's gonna hold out longer this time until right before the draft and stuff, so he can really weigh all his options in. And that's something that really stuck out to me because it's not gonna be the first great looking option that he sees he's gonna run, or he's gonna see if it's gonna be a bigger option after that. He's gonna wait to see what can top this one. And if the thing is the draft, he's gonna wait till that time though, instead of just jumping on it when it's placed in front of him. So I like to see that he's gonna take his time.
Yeah, most definitely. That stuck out to me as well. And a lot of people is wondering why didn't they fire Matt Eberflus? Uh,
Yeah,
Another thing that Ryan Poles said in this press conference that they didn't even try to reach out to Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, he said, is the coach of Michigan. We're going to stick with, uh, Matt. So that's the decision that's there. Matt Eberflus is back for sure. Luke Getsy, though, it was interesting as to basically a lot of reporters asked basically, what was missing with Luke Getsy, and one thing stood out to me that Matt Eberflus said. He said you have to adjust the scheme to the QB,
yeah,
and that's one thing that we fail to see consistently with Luke Getsy.
right,
And when he would do it, it will work for our team benefit. But some way, somehow, he would just, like we said, could he revert back to the
yeah,
same old thing that was just not working? And it's just like, man, it was frustrating at times. So I'm not as mad as a lot of people out there. Like, man, we should got rid of Matt Eberflus. Um, Matt Eberflus, it was rumors that he could possibly be back, and since the defense was playing
yeah,
well at the tail end of the season, it was pretty sure that he could be back because now he had the defense playing at a level that we thought this defense could play in, basically top 10 in all
yeah,
categories at the tail end of the season, second half of the season. And these are the players that him and Ryan Poles drafted together to get this defense to play at this kind of level. So
exactly.
it was just it was still, I was over 50% sure that they were going to bring back Matt Eberflus as for that for sure. But Luke Getsy, like I said, Cootie, we talked about it. It just wasn't there. That was just
Right.
a clear cut, you know, that was a clear cut decision. If no other decision that you knew that you had to make, that was just one that you for sure know that you had to make at that decision because the chemistry just wasn't there with Justin and Luke Getsy. So man, interesting to see what Ryan Poe's going to do, man. This upcoming draft, man.
Yeah,
My thoughts and feelings, after listening to Ryan Poe's and Matt Eberflus and a little bit of Kevin Warren and a little bit of Kevin Warren, what he talked about in his press was being able to stick together. Talking about when he was with the Rams, how they won, like a couple of games the first year. The second game won like eight games, and then the year after that they won the Super Bowl. So, they wasn't a good team the first couple of years, but they stuck it out. He said it was a lot of people talking about firing the coaches, firing that, but they stuck it out. And it paid dividends for them in the long run. And that's one thing that stood out to me with Kevin Warren talking. He talked about basically keeping the team together, camaraderie, and building off what you have. And that's what's making me think, man, I still think Justin Fields was going to be here. One and that's why I'm more than over 50% sure that he will be here is because of that reason. Because if we would have got rid of Matt Eberflus Cooley, I was pretty sure that we're probably
yeah.
going to get rid of Justin Fields at that point.
No,
Because you
yeah,
give
yeah.
that
You're right on
new
that one.
head coach an opportunity to choose their quarterback. If they chose to go with Justin Fields, that's fine. But if not, you feel me, they can go out and choose who they want. But since Matt Eberflus is back with his opportunity to have another shot, I don't see why they would not give Justin another shot along with Matt Eberflus.
Right. Yeah, that's well said. I couldn't really say it better, man.
Yeah, so um man, as far as the coaching candidates, um on a offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, Cootie, what's some of your options that you see out there that they possibly can go out and sign?
I'm usually one of each right now. So on the offensive side, I'm liking um Kellen Moore. I'm definitely liking him on that. And then for the defensive coordinator, I'm liking Brian Flores, man. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good ones out there. One with Brian Flores is being within the division. I think that'll be an easy move, you know. But I think he got that the extra step of what we looking for with just keeping them aggressive and being able to close out games and showing different that's how he is in the blitz game. You know, we'll be able to do a little bit more than what Eagles already downed up. I think if they work together, you know, it'll definitely take this defense to that next level.
Yeah, I most definitely think that with Kellen Moore on that offensive side of the ball, him being the offensive coordinator, he's actually getting interviewed to be the head coach possibly of that organization over there in Los Angeles. But
Yeah,
good young offensive minded um person who can possibly come up with some good play calls and have a good scheme as far as with Justin or a young quarterback that if you decide to, you know, pick in this year's draft, he can be a great young mind to pair with that rookie quarterback as well. Um, that was a good option. I was gonna go with Eric Bieniemy most definitely for sure with all the chaos
oh,
that's
okay.
going on in Washington. He would be my main choice, but he's been up for a head coaching position so much. If he does
Yeah,
not get a head coaching position, like um really looking like he would. But two Super Bowls as an offensive coordinator. With Kansas City, the familiarity that he has with Ryan Poles from Kansas City, man, that's a no-brainer for me. He would be my first choice. But if we're not able to get him, I do like Frank Smith, the Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator.
yeah,
Man, when you look at him, he was with the Chicago Bears um in 2015 to 2017 as a tight end coach. So he's familiar with the organization, not anyone that's brand new necessarily coming in. Spent some time with the Oakland Raiders as well in 2018 to 2020 as a tight end coach. And then in 2021 with the Los Angeles, he was a run game uh and offensive line coach. So seeing what he did this year as the offensive coordinator, even though Mike McDaniel calls the plays, but seeing the 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 progress that they have made in Miami with Tua and
yeah.
Mike McDaniel's bringing in the right people. Mike McDaniel's know how to bring in the right people to get the best out of his players, and I think that Frank Smith is one of those people that can relate and get the best out of Justin Fields on the offensive scheme side of the ball. Um, so man, what about your defensive coordinator option, Cooties, that's out there right now? Who do you see that possibly the Bears can go out and get as an option?
So yeah, so two that stuck out to me, definitely would have to be Dan Quinn or Brian Flores, and then I'm definitely leaning more toward the Brian Flores. Just with what he's able to do on defense, like I say, the packages he's able to dial up, able to switch things up, give you different looks, and hit you, you know, another way. He give you a look, but able to hit you another way. And then just with him being recently in the division, so he has familiarity with that. And just I think that him and Eberflus together, I think with both of them having their minds on the defense, it'll take them to that next level. We'll definitely we'll hit elite if we're not elite yet. We'll definitely be an elite defense with those two minds behind it.
Yeah, most definitely you would, man, with Brian Flores, him and Matt Eberflus. That would be a good tandem to see. Uh Dan Quinn though, interesting. Dan Quinn really became famous from him calling the defensive plays from the 2013-2014 Seattle Seahawks season. Everybody knows that defense, the Legion of Boom. He was the mastermind behind calling those defensive plays for that Super Bowl team. Um, he would be a good option for me as well. Right now, he's the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, which he's been for the last past couple of years, and that has been a top 10 unit and
Yes,
basically all the categories, so you know what you're getting with him. Sure good. One of those sure good defensive play callers like Vic Fangio, Dan Quinn. Those guys, you know what you're getting on the defensive side of the ball when it comes to those guys calling plays. Um,
exactly.
they will most definitely be Dan Quinn will most definitely be a good option for me. But like I said, he maybe be a head coach if he's not able to be a head
That's the
coach, and if
thing,
he's
man.
willing to leave Dallas. Um, they said they wanted to swing big, Cootie, and get the best of the best. So these are the best of the best at
Yeah,
what they
nah,
do at
it's
this.
just what's happening. Then they got those other opportunities at head coaching, and then like you say, then they in these nice warm places, man. I mean, hopefully Chicago isn't enticing enough, Mark. I mean, I know we are, but I'm hoping it's enticing enough to them. That if we pick them, they pack up and come.
Yeah. Another name, Cootie, Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks, San Francisco
Okay.
49, the defensive coordinator. He has that unit playing at an elite top level as well, even though San Francisco has stacked it with talent. But you still got to give those coaches credit over there. They do a good job with those
Yeah.
players as well. So Steve Wilks, he was actually with on the Bears coaching staff. He was the defensive back coach, man, in the 2006, 2008, since 2006. So when we went to the Super Bowl, he was the defensive back coach on this
Mm,
roster as well. So he's familiar with the organization as well. Wouldn't be nothing new to him. And then on 2015 to 2017, he was the assistant head coach and defensive back coach for a team. And then in 2018, he was the Arizona Cardinals head coach for a single year. And this year, man, he's been having that San Francisco defense, man, go crazy. So, just another mind I wouldn't mind
yeah.
bringing in if we're not able to hit on one of these big time guys. But like we said, Cootie, they're trying to reach for the big stars. So hey, if you're reaching for the big stars, these the big stars at their position, man. So
Yeah.
let us know you guys thought. Let us know who would be your offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator coming in 2024-2025 season. Put your answers right underneath this video. We want to hear
Yes.
from you guys. Like I said, we appreciate all the love and support on our channel, and everybody that shows us love and supports us and subscribe to
Thank
us.
you.
Follow us on different social media platforms, on Facebook at Bears News Network, also on Instagram at Bears News. Also, right here on
Yes.
YouTube
Number
at
one.
Bears News Network, man. We appreciate all the love and support. Cody, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Oh nah, man. We're gonna be getting into this more because there's a lot more to come. They making the first moves of the off season, man. At least off season for us. Playoffs still got to come, but done for the Bears. But man, the moves are being made. We just gotta wait to see what's happening next. But we will be here to report it to you guys, talk about it, and get you guys' thoughts on it.
Yes, we will have another video for you guys before by this weekend, so be on the lookout for that. Once again, congratulations to our prize winner. Everybody in
Congratulations.
Chicago, be safe, hit that subscribe button, and bear down,
Now.
Chicago.